episode 5 of Fist of the North Star, 1 point. The key word for this episode is going to be mistake. This is going to be my hottest take so far, I think, concerning these things these messages, these symbols, if I may say, that I spot, these subtle things that I spot in this anime. I said in my analysis video, my analysis of the first episode, at the end of that video, that there are many things to say and that I leave some for the next videos. Well, here is going to be a quite direct extension to that first video in which we talked about Kenshiro's hell. Now, we said that, of course, hell means suffering, but more precisely that Kenshiro suffered absence of meaning. Now, hell is not only suffering, hell is punishment, right? So when you're dead, if you go to hell, it's because you have to pay for the evil deeds that you committed on earth. So hell is actually punishment, but did Kenshiro commit any evil deed? Did he make a mistake so he deserved to be in hell? And I would argue that yes, even though you may not think so. In this episode we see those flashbacks in which he's in front of his master's grave with Yuria, and he tells his master that he's going to be fine in this horrible epic because he has the Hokuto Shinken, but that most importantly he has Yuria. And then he looks at Yuria and they smile, they laugh, and they tell each other that they're going to be all right if they stay together, and they promise each other that they are going to stay together. And as if this was heard by the divine powers, Shin is sent and captures Yuria and leaves Kenshiro half dead and with the symbol of the Hokuto Shinken kind of to remind him who he is on his chest. And it's important to note that Shin is an old friend of his and they learned martial arts together. And finally he destroys his master's grave, as if this showed his master's dissatisfaction with this situation, that this is not what he's supposed to be. Kenshiro, as the successor of the Hokuto Shinken, doesn't have the right to use the Hokuto Shinken to be fine in this epic and to be happy with his fiancée. He has a responsibility, which is to save the world and purge the world from criminals. So this is, I think, a great thing to notice, that Kenshiro actually made a mistake. This gives even more meaning to Kenshiro being in hell. There is still much more to say about Kenshiro's hell, but hopefully it will be for the next videos. This was a nice conclusion.